Residents of La Plata County are waiting to see when they can return home after historic flooding swept through the area this weekend. Heavy rain brought in from a tropical storm, Priscilla, brought flooding into an unincorporated area outside of Durango. The county says a river in La Plata County spilled over its flanks. Nearly 400 homes are under evacuation. We know more than 100 homes have water damage. And in the meantime, evacuation orders have been lifted in Pagosa Springs. The San Juan River surged beyond its banks and was flooding areas of downtown last night. Democratic Governor Jared Polis declaring a disaster declaration, freeing up more resources. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Kim Christensen.
And I'm Phil Lipoff. We want to get right over to 9 News senior meteorologist Chris Bianchi because, Chris, it seems like the county is expecting more rain. It's not done yet.
Yeah, I wish we had better news, but unfortunately we are not done with the rain there in southwest Colorado. A brief reprieve today, but take a look at some of these rainfall totals. I just updated these. Paonia Reservoir, 9 inches of rain. We don't often talk about rain totals like this for us here in the San Juans. Wolf Creek Pass, about 6.5. Here in the San Juans, a widespread 1 to 4 inches of rainfall for us, and that's a big problem. Now, very different story for us here in Denver. A bit breezy, if not windy at times out there today. Otherwise, it's been quiet weather for us on this Sunday, 60s and 70s, Eastern Plains, 40s and 50s for us in the mountains. And again, a needed reprieve from all that rain for us in the San Juans. We did have some snow above 10,000 feet in some of the mountains this morning. That has long since cleared, including us here in the San Juans. But you look off to the south, we've got some more rain lurking for us in Arizona and New Mexico. This will pull north as we get into tomorrow and into Tuesday. So there's a flood watch and still that flood warning for Vallecito Reservoir. That continues until Wednesday morning. I will say I've just been looking at some of the river gauges there. They continue to decrease in terms of the stream flow. That's some good news. So again, that needed respite. But we do have more rain on the way. That heavy rain threat for us in the San Juans with more rain for us tomorrow and Tuesday. I'll show you how much rain we could get here in the hard-hit San Juans and what that also means for us here in Denver. That's coming up in my full forecast.
All right, Chris, we'll see you in a little bit. Westbound I-70 in Summit County is still closed tonight after a deadly crash. This happened early this morning between Silverthorne and the Eisenhower Tunnel. The Colorado State Patrol says a semi with a trailer went off the side of the road, crashing and catching fire. You see some of the pictures here. Summit Fire says 3 people in that semi died at the scene. Westbound lanes of I-70 are still closed as troopers continue to investigate.
A 4-year manhunt comes to an end. This morning, authorities arresting a man suspected of sexually assaulting an 8-year-old girl. The U.S. Marshals say 62-year-old Paul Sandoval was on the run since March of 2021 after he learned about the warrant for his arrest. At the end of August, authorities spotted him in a remote area of Alamosa County near Blanca's Peak. The search for Sandoval intensified this past week. The U.S. Marshals say more than 70 officers from several agencies helped with that search. Sandoval faces a felony sexual assault charge.
Secret Garden Bar and Cafe in Denver's Cheesman Park neighborhood shut down Friday without warning, and workers who voted to unionize there this summer are calling the closure retaliation.
9 News reporter Janelle Finch spoke with some of those employees today, and she joins us now from Cheesman Park. Janelle.
The workers' union representing employees here at the Secret Garden Cafe say 22 people are without their jobs following this closure.
Hi, love. Did you hear about what happened to Secret Garden?
The buzz about the Secret Garden Cafe isn't coming from the coffee.
Did you hear about what happened to Secret Garden Cafe?
Tess DeVere is spreading the word. Inquiring minds of all kinds want to know what's the deal with all these closed signs.
They closed 2 days ago mid-service because they saw us out here petitioning. So we're asking for signatures today to get them to open up their financial records, as well as to show that we have community support.
The cafe's ownership group,
They are City Street investors.
claims the business is financially unsustainable.
Since they claimed financial reasons, by law they have to show us the books and prove that. The only issue is that's through the Federal Labor Board, and the federal government's closed.
DeVere says their workers' union was supposed to meet owners for negotiations.
Rather than meet us at the bargaining table, the night before they say, actually, we're closing, financial issues.
Then, doors closed Friday morning while she was working.
I was sobbing, making coffee.
In just 6 months, the cafe's made an impression on her.
I loved it here. Yeah.
But she says the customers warm her heart more than the coffee.
I think this place was really special in a lot of ways. And I think it's the customers, it's the people, it's the community that we served that makes me want to work here.
So what is this to support?
She hopes the appreciation goes both ways.
Thank you, love. We appreciate your support.
In a statement, City Streets investors say that this closure is entirely unrelated to the recent employee unionization. Since employees started their petition on Friday, they say they've gotten dozens of signatures. Live in Denver, Janelle Finch, 9 News.
All right, Janelle, thank you.